Still ahead on Live in the D, 30 different restaurants coming together for one event that's all focused on something that will warm your stomach and your heart.
And all that, but we're going to try. Chuck, Tati, there are different restaurants coming together for one event this Thursday at the Gem Theater. It's the 18th annual Soup City event for the Coalition on Temporary Shelter. This is all about a good cause and about filling up your stomach with tremendous soup. Joining us today is John Vermiglio from Grey Ghost Detroit. He's a chef and he is an important guy, and we know your time is valuable, so thanks for being here, John.
Hey, thank you very much for having me. I don't know how important I am, though.
Yo, no, don't sell yourself short.
Well,
you're tremendous.
Important that we are participating in this event. It's such a great cause, and we're super happy to be a part of it. And
you are doing ramen at Soup City.
Yes, I was informed that it was a Mardi Gras theme, which ramen has nothing to do with, but we thought we'd sort of bridge the gap between the cultures here, so we made sort of a Cajun-inspired ramen. So you've got a Cajun lobster broth as the stock there, yes indeed, and then just some various components. There's some hot sauce in there, as is classic. We've garnished it with a few things. So
broth and stock the same thing? Are they interchangeable?
Yes, bone broth, if that's all the rage, also known as stock. But yes, all the same. So I'll walk you through what we're doing, and we'll talk a little bit about details about the event.
All right, and I will be co-hosting the event along with my lovely wife and I believe one other person, and we've been doing that for a number of years. It's a very worthwhile cause. We're going to find out more about it here in a minute, but let's get right to the recipe.
Cool. So first and foremost is the noodle, which everyone can find for 25 cents in the store, and I think there's not a problem with that at all. It's where ramen was born, or at least in America anyway, and I think the one thing we always miss out on is just adding that seasoning packet and calling it a day, and there's so much more opportunity to add really whatever the heck's in your fridge.
You can go crazy. You can go nuts.
Great way to hide some vegetables to get the kids to eat it, or anything in between. So as I mentioned, we've got a lobster broth, so we did just the lobster bodies. We used the meat for other items and saved that. So we've got the noodles. I cooked them a little bit ahead of time, but as I mentioned, we have a little bit of Cajun influence in here. So we've got the Holy Trinity, as is accustomed to Cajun cuisine: celery, green pepper, and onion. And that was sort of the base, and then we've got Cajun seasoning in there, a little bit of tomato product. I've cooked the noodles ahead of time here.
Very good. What's the wooden...
On the wooden skewer that I'm knocking over here, so that is a Bhutan Ball. So there's many definitions of Bhutan, but in this particular case, in Cajun Creole cuisine, it's either a blood sausage, or in this case, a sausage and a dirty rice ball that's breaded and deep fried. So
Bhutan Ball.
Bhutan Ball, yes indeed. So throw the broth in there. I always like to mix up the noodles here so they don't get in a big clump. So we just break that up a little bit. And then, like I said, it's really, as far as what you garnish with, completely up to you. So we've pickled some mushrooms.
Oh, so you add the garnish after the fact.
I do, yeah. That way you get that beautiful display on there.
Tight there, John.
And one of my favorite elements here is a poached egg, and we've actually poached these ones in the shell.
Here is Frankie, right on cue. Come on in here, Frankie.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Good morning. Good to see you, too.
Now, while he's peeling this poached egg, let us talk about... oh, look at that. Let's talk about the event, because it's a very important cause, near and dear. I've been, along with my wife, hosting it for a number of years.
Yes, thank you. Yep.
Tell us all about it.
So this year we're doing something a little different. This year it's a Mardi Gras theme, so we highly encourage you to at least wear a mask. And if you don't have a mask, we're going to give you one at the event. So I hope you're picking out your Mardi Gras mask soon.
Sure.
Something else that we're doing a little bit differently this year is that we've engaged a partnership with 3 spoken word poets in Detroit, and they will be in a very unique style telling the story of 3 women that we've been working with at COTS for about 2 years now that we are very proud of.
For those who don't know, Coalition on Temporary Shelter does what for women and children?
So we serve men, women, and children, but primarily since 2015, when we went family only, we have mostly women and children at our shelter in Midtown Detroit. We are a neighbor of the Grey Ghost. We're just across the street. And so typically we have either between 80 and 100 children on any given night, and 45 adults, typically their mothers.
All right, and they are in situations that unfortunately they...
Yes, and we work with them to find housing and provide an array of other services as well.
Here's the thing about Soup City, if you've never been. Imagine 3 levels of soup tables everywhere you look. I mean, literally you can just go from station to station to station to station and sample all of these gourmet soups, including what John, chef here, has. Look at this. I mean,
it looks beautiful.
It looks amazing. I'm not even mad. It looks amazing, yeah. So when you're talking about a restaurant as hot as the Grey Ghost in a foodie town as blistering hot as Detroit, you can do a lot worse than, this isn't like a Campbell's super chunky kind of food. This is like gourmet, so you got to come to this, right?
We are really excited about this partnership and a lot of our other restaurants that are coming together to make Soup City pretty awesome this year.
Well, pretty awesome is Grey Ghost, too. And how's business?
Excellent.
I mean,
it's been very welcoming to us.
National Geographic, New York Times, both recently saying Detroit is the place to be and Detroit food is what you want to eat. And these guys are like at the top of that list. So.
I very much appreciate that. We're trying. I think it's incredible what's happening here, so we're happy to be a part of it.
So do I get to try this?
Yeah, absolutely. I brought you some chopsticks for authenticity.
Oh, sweet.
Yes.
All right. Hey, guys, you jealous over there, guys?
Frankie, you want to get in on this, or you wait until Thursday?
I want to preview.
That is amazing flavor. You do not want the little foil packet after having this.
No, you won't need it. Although not that there's anything wrong with it.
See, I like that. See? Representing. You're not trying to be a snob about it. Nope.
I went to college. I ate like that. Yep, no issues there.
Thank you both for being here.
Thank you very much.
So
Appreciate it.
We'll see you at Soup City, everybody.
See you at Soup City. That's right. Oh, and how can people get tickets?
Oh, please visit our website or our Facebook page. General admission is $50, or we have a VIP admission this year for $100, which includes $250 of gaming money as well as a drink ticket.
There we have it. Oh my gosh, is that good? Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
Thanks, Frankie.
Thank you.
Let's go over to you guys.